welcome to my channel. Today we'll be learning how I made this dress. Yeah, this is the back of it and this is the front. It's just a basic dress, but the thing I love about it is the neckline. It was in my head. I'm like, okay, what if I make a neckline like this? How will it come out? How will it be like? So I tried it. The good thing was I recorded my process of making it. I tried it, and when the outcome came out nice, I decided, why not? Why won't I share it? I love to share it, and this is me sharing it with everyone that come in contact with this video. And what I would love for you to do for us is like our video, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell so you get notified each time we upload new video. And it's just a basic dress. It's easy to make. It's just so simple. So the clip of how I made it will be in the next. Will be playing next, and I hope you love and enjoy it. And make sure to send us a message, a feedback if you tried this and you liked it, with our handles, which will show in the next clip that is playing. My Instagram handle is there, my TikTok handle, my Facebook page is there. You can make sure to follow us, like and follow us. And thank you. I hope you love the tutorial. These are the fabric that I need for this tutorial. It's a crepe fabric. I've marked out my pattern, but I'm just going to redefine the lines. That's my chest line, my shoulder to my chest line, then my shoulder to my nipple point. I'm marking it. Then my shoulder to my waistline. You have to use your measurement, so I'm only going to point it out, though mine is 17, so use your measurement. My shoulder to I usually take my waist from my waist to my hip. That's how I get my measurement, my hip measurement, where my hip is sitting. If you don't know how to do that, you have to sit in a hard surface, then you measure from your waist down to where your hip, the high right of your hip. That's how you get it. So I'm connecting my shoulder line, my armhole line. Like I said, I'm redefining the line. I used pencil to do the pattern before. So now I'm connecting my neck depth. I did 0.225, okay, for the wideness of it. Then the depth I did for the front, I did 3. Now I'm going to take my slope. I did 1 inch slope. Why I did 1 inch slope is because I'm using this pattern for the front and the back, and the back is usually 1 inch, then the front is 1.5. so now I'm going to put my bust measurement, my waist measurement, then my hip measurement. Please use your measurement, okay? It's just a basic dress. You just need the basic. Then for my new line, where my baseline is stopping, I minus 0.5 from my actual hip measurement. That is because I don't want it to be penciled. Like, I don't want it very tight. I want it a little bit free, but not too free. Okay, so I removed 0.5. So you can do 1. You can do, depending on how fitted you want it. Okay, so I'm connecting my lines. Connecting my waist back to my bust line. Okay, you should have something like this when you're done. Then you blend off. If there's any sharp edge you have, you blend it off. So now I'm going to take for the contouring of the armhole. So like I said, I'm cutting the back pattern first, so I did 0.3. okay, so I didn't do the full for the front. That's because when I'm cutting the front, I'm going to dip in it, if that makes sense. Okay, so For the neck depth, I did 1 inch. This is me connecting it. That's for the back. So now I'm adding my sewing allowance. Add the allowance you can tolerate, okay? It's better you have excess though than to have shortage of fabric. So just work with what works for you and blend off. And here I'm going to cut the back neckline first, okay? Then I'll cut like so. Before you cut, make sure to take out time to cross-check your work. So now I'm going to cut out the back, but I want to do the zipper allowance first. So I'm going to mark in my waistline into the fabric like so, to the other edge as well like that, and also the hip line. You mark the hip line again like that. So from that line, actually what you can't see it here, but I actually marked out my baseline for the zipper allowance, the straight line, okay? That's where this thing was sitting before. So I went in, I did the back tightening. I did 0.7, but I found out that it didn't work well with what I made. So from the hip you go down by 5 inch. Then whatever you take out from your waistline, you're going to put it at that 5 inch. So you connect from the what you take in for the waistline back to the hip point. The hip point is not touched. Then from the hip point, from that 5 inch I went and I went in by 0.7 because I did 0.7 tightening. If you watch my previous video, I always say that the tightening is different depending on your back, how deep your back is, okay? If I want to get a grip on my back tightening, I do 1 inch for myself, okay? So but I did 0.7 because I don't want the dress too tight or too loose. But so now I've connected it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my extra length that I need because the pattern was short. So I'm adding the extra length that I need. I'm going to connect it. So total length I use for my dress is 38. Then I hemmed with 0.5. It was a narrow hemming. It wasn't up to 1 inch. So now that I've marked successfully contoured the back of my dress, now I'm adding the zipper allowance from the point I went in, you know, from the contouring I did, okay? So I'm marking 1 inch across for my zipper allowance. I'm so sorry, I used white chalk hoping that it will pop out better. I would have used blue. So you just have to just listen. It's easy. And if you don't know how to do, you can watch any of my previous videos. I always do a fresh pattern for all my work, like, so you always see me repeating almost what I'm doing all the time, okay? So you can go check them out and you will see a detailed tutorial on how to do this back contouring, okay? So now I'm connecting my lines and I'm going to cut out. I hope I'm not too fast. Please, if you have any question, drop it in the comment section and I'll answer you as soon as I can. So now I'm cutting out my fabric. You see the shape is given towards the zipper allowance. That's because that's for ease for the hip, okay? To accommodate your bum bum, your anyways, you know what I'm trying to say. So now I'm going to like cutting out. So I've placed for the front as well. Placed my pattern. I'm going to repeat like for the length. I'm going to impute the length again like I did for the front, for the back, sorry, and I'm going to connect. Please, this is the front pattern and there's an alteration around the neckline, so let's pay attention, okay? So I'm just going to cut out. Kindly pin your pattern if you're using a pattern. So from my shoulder I went down by 7, or you could also go up from your chest line by 2, which was what I did later. I went down by 7, just for then from the armhole line I went in by 2. I went in by 2 to meet that 7. Okay, just like that, just going by 2. And this is where I'm pointing that you could just go by 2 inch. But if you want the neck, you saw the picture before the video started, right? If you want it deeper, you could go down by 1 inch. It's totally your choice. Play around with it. You must not do what I did. Okay, you can try out something. So I'm going to connect from that 2 inch. Now I'm going to connect back to the tip of my neckline, like so. Then with my curve ruler, I will connect from the second tip, from that same tip, right? I'm going to use the curve like so towards the neckline. But what I did was from the neck depth, you know, the neck depth, initial neck depth, standard neck depth was 3, 2 point, I did 2.5 width, depth 3. So now I'm going down by 0.3 from that 3 inch, like so. You see what I'm connecting. So but you could leave it, actually it will even look better if you leave it at that same 3 inch, or if you could go up with 0.2, 0.5, sorry. You know, I would love to, if there's anyone that would try it out and send the video, I would love to see how it looks like. Okay, so yeah, now I'm pinning it because I don't want the neckline to move when I'm cutting it. So now I'm just trying to show us again what I did. I went in by 2, I went up by 2, I went in from the armhole by 2, and I connected it to the neckline like so. Then with my curve, I'm just trying to show the curve where I connected it. Then if you don't have a curve, you can also use a free hand, you know. And that was me showing that I went down by 0.3. Okay, and connect. So now we're done with the neckline, and I'm going to cut out. This is me cutting it out. I didn't go deeper than that to the main mark there, because when I'm sewing, my machine is going to do that, because if I do that it might go down more and reveal my bust, which is not, that's not what I want for my dress, what I want to see in the dress. Okay, so now I'm cutting out my facing. I did from the shoulder I did 3, from the neck I went down by 3 as well, so I just connected it like that. 3 is safer, 2.5 is safer, so that when you sew it doesn't pop up when you're wearing the dress. Okay, so now I'm cutting my sleeve. I went down by 4 inch, then I just connected from the tip down to that 4 inch. That's how I just cut my sleeve most of the time. So then I'm just cross-checking the depth, the sleeve. I think I did 12. So by the time I was done folding, I had like 10 or 9. Yeah, so I gauged it. The fabric wasn't much, so I was just trying to manage the fabric. So I think I did 1 meter or 1 point, yeah, 1.5. It was the fabric I used. So I notched the middle point. I'm cutting out the facing now for the back. And the same when you're cutting your facing for the back and the front, whatever you take, the shoulder measurement you take in for the facing, that's the same you take for the back. Okay, I did 3 for the front, so I did 3 for the back, and I went down also for the back by 3 inches. So there's me cutting it out. The reason you do that is so that it aligns when you do that. So now I've added my interface to it. So I'm going to sew my zip first before I will now sew my neckline for the back. So and also I added there's this stay I added to this dress. So now I'm just going to match them round. I'm done doing it. This is what I have for the front, and I top stitched the front as well, and that's for the back. You see how it gave it a clean finishing. If you have a serger like a weaving machine, you could weave before you start. I don't, my own is faulty, but I will take it to commercial to weave when I'm done sewing. So now you're going to just sew your shoulder. You use the facing to turn the shoulder. I didn't show that part, but if you don't know how to do it, leave a comment. I will make a video for you for it. So when I'm done sewing this shoulder, I'm going to add the sleeve. I am done doing that. Like I said, it's just an easy tutorial. Now I'm taking my body measurements again on the fabric. Okay, so I'll just mark, that's my waist to my hip. Then I'll put my hip measurement. Sorry, the camera wasn't covering it, but I added my hip measurement there. Use your measurements. Okay, I'm putting in my waist measurement now. Okay, I don't like calling out the measurement because we don't have same measurements. I'll only tell you what I'm doing. So I'm just adding my waist measurement there now. I'm going to add my bust measurement, but what I did was I added 0.2 for my bust measurement. Why I did that was because it's a free dress. If I hold it firm, if I wear, we have different kinds of bra, it might press my breast. Okay, it will give that pressing because there's no darts or bust dart or side bust dart to it. So that will just give like a little ease. Okay, so that I don't have that effect whenever I'm wearing maybe bra, different kind of bra for the dress. Okay, if that makes sense. So the baseline, what I did, like I said, I removed 0.5 from my hip measurement. That's because I don't want it fitted. But if you want it fitted, you could do one. You can minus one from your hip to add it to the baseline there, minus one. So now I'm done sewing. This is what I have. This is the beading. This is my first time beading anyways. But I'm just going to show us. I did the fitting, and so I was so excited doing it that I didn't remember recording the process. Later I'm like, oh, I need to show the process. So if you don't know how to bead, you could do a research on how to bead. My beading, I won't recommend it for anybody for the now. Okay, so I just tried my best to. This is me adding it. I don't know if I did it well, but I just tried my first time. So next time I'm going to do better, then I can teach someone else better. But the way I did it, it worked for me. It's just basically you add your thread. One will be longer, one will be short. Okay, the one that you tied that is secured is the one going into the fabric. Okay, like you see, the bead I added was too much. I had to like remove it. I was able to do it because I didn't tie the both thread. Okay, if that makes sense, from the needle. So one has to be longer. So I just pass it, and you see what I did. Now I'm going to secure because I've removed the excess bead. I'm going to secure. Yeah, please, if you've watched to this part, make sure to like our video, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell so you get notified each time we upload new video. And also drop a comment and share our video to your loved ones. Okay, drop a comment. You can as well follow us on our Instagram handles, TikTok, and Facebook page. I have a Facebook page. Okay, and I try to upload video almost once in a week. Okay, I try as much as possible to do that. So yeah, now I'm securing
8. You see, I had to pass the thread back again because this is not, I believe this is not what they use for beading, right? It's just thread, so it's not giving it that firm grip. So I had to like try to, I'm just using my, experience and brain to like to come up with something. Okay, so now I passed in, like, the distance is like zero point 0.5 or 0.4, okay, from the first one to the second one. That's just how I did it. There was no particular order to it. So even when you're doing yours, you can bead more than, I think I did 5 step. You can do more than 5 step, okay. And if you do more than that, I would love to see the outcome. Like, I love this dress. I had a lot of comments when I uploaded it on my WhatsApp status. Like, a lot of persons were like, this dress is lovely, and it's just very simple, okay. Yeah, when that dream is in your head and something is in your head, that idea, and you execute it and it came out nice, that is just it. So, and you pass. You see the way I'm doing it. So I just thought to show us this part. Initially I didn't want to because I felt I don't know how to do it right, and saying, teaching someone something you don't know, it's not right, right? But who knows, you can learn something from it. So yeah, thank you. See you in my next one. Bye.